How's it going, Godzilla fans, kaiju fans, collectors, and just general people of YouTube? This is Chanzilla1964 coming to you with another figure review in our Y-MSF-a-thon, which I have unofficially named this. And this will be our last official figure that we're going to be reviewing from that. That being the Green Monster from Y-MSF, or the company now known as Y-MSF. I have to say that. So basically this is Godzilla, but it is the Marvel comics version of Godzilla, if that makes sense. So basically back then Marvel had a series of comics where the Avengers had fought Godzilla in the past, and this is basically the representation of him. And I really like this representation of Godzilla, honestly. It makes him look really evil, really cool, even though I don't think he's supposed to be evil. He's just kind of like, I haven't read the comics, so I don't know. If you have read the comics and if he is evil or isn't evil, let me know in the comment section down below, because I have no idea. But I saw this guy at G-Fest. I thought he was cool, and it's another version of Godzilla, so I had to pick him up. And it kind of reminds me of the Imperial Godzilla in that he's all green, very ferocious looking, got the red eye thing going on here, so yeah. Jumping into detail for this guy here, detail is really good, and it looks like it jumped right off the pages of Marvel Comics. You got the really nice reptilian detail for the skin here, going all the way down the body, starting at the face actually, then going down the body, all over the body, and I mean all over the body. This detail doesn't necessarily end till the tip of the tail. So really nice detail in terms of scale detail, and you have different variations of scales here. You got the kind of regular sized ones, they're round, diamond shaped, jagged, square, big. I mean, there's a lot of really nice scaling detail on this figure. On top of the scaling detail, you also have these armored plating on the fingers for Godzilla, or for the Green Monster, on the fingers and the toes. Really nicely done. Speaking of the fingers and the toes, toenails and fingernails all very nicely done. The fingernails especially look very sharp and deadly, with 4 up here, and then you only got 3 toenails over here. Really interesting, and they're going to be very nicely painted on both of them. And then you're going to have really nice detail on the inside of the hands as well. Really good detail work there. Besides that, there's going to be this kind of collarbone detail here, and the kind of the neck flap going on here for Godzilla as well. And then you're going to have this really comic accurate looking teeth here, and then the teeth look like they're kind of molded over each other or drawn in, which is really nice detail. And you got a little tongue action over there as well. Tongue's going to be painted as well. So are the teeth, very nicely. No mishaps, no kind of spillage or anything. Really nicely painted teeth and tongue. Then you have this kind of T-Rex looking face here for Godzilla, the nostrils at the front, nice cowl. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Sharptooth from The Land Before Time. Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies back then as a kid too. Land Before Time, you got Littlefoot and all that. This reminds me of Sharptooth, this face here. But besides the point, yeah, really nice detail here for the face. I love the eyes, how they transition from the black around it and they have the red to kind of make it more pronounced. Really love that little detail there. And he just looks straight up evil / just angry, I think, because I don't think it'd be fair to call it evil, even though again I don't know. That's why I don't think it's fair. But then coming to the dorsal plates, not flakes, dorsal plates. Really nicely done dorsal plates here. You got this kind of very triangular, kind of mountainish looking dorsal fins on the outer areas of this Godzilla here. A really nice little minimal detail, not minimal, but really nice detail here. Little bits of detail, kind of put throughout for these ones. And then you got the main attraction, the official Godzilla dorsal plates, which is 4 going down the back, which are all very nice. Really love the detail in each one. They're all very different. They're not going to be painted a different color, which is comic accurate, so I get it. But yeah, would have been cool if it was, but I'm not quite torn up about it because again, comic accurate. That does it for paint and detail though. Really, really nice paint and detail on this guy. I really like it personally. Moving on to articulation here. The arms move 360 very tightly. The joints are very tight on this guy, so just be careful. Then the legs, I believe, will move 360 as well. The legs are a little easier to move. The left one was, at least. And then the tail will move 360 as well. And do be careful, these dorsal plates are relatively sharp. I didn't realize how sharp they were, at least the triangle ones are. So yeah. So detail, articulation, and color paint. I was going to say color paint. All very, very nice. I have no complaints about it. I'm very happy with it, honestly. I can't do a size comparison because there is no other monsters that I have in my collection that this guy fights. I did see that Y-MSF is releasing a red monster, which is essentially the counterpart that does fight this guy. He's aka the devil dinosaur in the comic, I believe. I might be wrong, let me know if I am. But yeah, I do not have him currently, so there's nothing really to size comparison him up with. If you want to size comparison him up with some of your 6-inch figures, I have the... I think this is the Godzilla versus Space Godzilla here. He does size up nicely with the 6-inch figures, so you could have him duke it out with them. But yeah, honestly, I don't really have any gripes with this guy, and I think he's a really decently sized figure. If you want to pair him with any of your other figures, you could. He's a perfect size for that too. So overall, even though this is not one of the more mainstream Godzilla figures, this is still one of the really, really good figure. If you're a fan of Marvel Comics back then, I do think you should pick this guy up. He may not be size accurate with the figures that you have for Marvel, but you can still, you know, use them to play with them if you're in your playtime with them, if that's your thing. Size ID is another really cool design for Godzilla, in my opinion, and it's a piece of Godzilla history, so that's why I picked it up. Now it's just gonna be a matter of if you're gonna pick it up and why, if you're gonna pick it up. That's something you gotta ask for yourself, unless you just really want it just for the heck of it. That's all you. If you do though, let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are of this figure, of this iteration of Godzilla, and if you know any history of it too, because I really don't. I should do some research about it, but like I said, currently I'm going to school right now, so I don't really have much time for that. In fact, I don't exactly have much time to look over the Godzilla the First 70 Years book, which I got in the mail last week. I still have to read through that. Really excited to read through that. In fact, after this I might just read through it. But yeah, with that being said, since I gotta get to the book, this has been Chanzilla 1964 saying, if you like this video, do be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any insights on the history of this iteration of Godzilla, do be sure to hit me up in the comment section down below. Wow. Do be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and drop your nuggets of knowledge and truth in there. And then if you guys like what you see on the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button. Always appreciate it when you guys watch a video. Really enjoy making these videos. We do have one more review, and then I believe it's going to be the variant comparisons coming up after this figure review, so do be sure to stay tuned. But this has been Chanzilla 1964 saying, until next time guys, peace.